Hello, Monsters of Bounty, and welcome back to Total War Warhammer 3 and part 22 of my Grimgor Ironhide campaign. My voice is fucked, by the way, completely fucked. Like, I am barely... I was going to record this last night, and I just couldn't. I didn't have the voice for it anymore. So... good luck to me, I guess. This is just the battles. I recorded the campaign. It was generally fine. And then later on, my voice just died. So we're going to try and get through this together. With me sounding like this. And there's nothing I can do about it. This is me after like 18 lem sips. I'm doing my best. Anyway, we're facing off. We've got Wurzag here. We've just confederated him, and his army is backed up by a garrison force. I accidentally left the garrison shaman to get chewed up by cairn wraiths, but that's, well, it's not fine, but he's just going to have to put up with that. However, Wurzag's army does have magical attacks, and Vlad's force has a lot of cairn wraiths, which does mean that we should actually be fairly fine. So we have a Terrorgeist moving in, landing in amongst our Savage Orcs and our Stone Trolls. He can't quite decide where he's going to land, and he's landed, and now he's going to get his head kicked in, because obviously, you know, we've got him surrounded, so he's just going to get... he's going to get a good kick in. Meanwhile, the enemy throw themselves at our garrison units, which I don't really care about. I mean, we outnumber them, right? Yeah, it's pretty rare for me to outnumber enemies, but in this case, I do. Yeah, we're making pretty short work of those cairn wraiths, just hacking through them, of course, with our magical weapons. And we have some big backup here. We've got giants and rogue idols, just in case we need them. But to be honest, we don't. Vlad's going to expend most of his strength just trying to tear through our front line. And those cairn wraiths are not doing well. The thing is, there's a lot of... like, cairn wraiths used to be quite potent, because there wasn't many units that could break through physical resistance, but now a lot of units have magical attacks. Like, if you're facing demons, demons just have magical attacks by default. A lot of units milling about here, so I think I might step on them. Ooh, yeah, no, that did a lot of damage to everyone. Another rogue gargoyle going to get stuck in as well. Some blood knights trying to, I don't know what, die? Cycle charge? But we are rolling up the line now. We cannot be stopped. Like, we're just rolling up the flank. And while Vlad may have done a lot of killing, he's mostly just killed Ardboyz. Which, you know, let's be honest, do I really care about Ardboyz? Not really. They're now running away. That's understandable. He is, you know, one of the first vampires. Ancient, cunning, evil, full of arrows. That last one's a fairly relatively new development, of course. And there we go. We're now just throwing everything at Vlad. And he's mostly just going to die from sadness, but that's fine. That works. Well, there goes Vlad being punted back from whence he came. I do have... rude. That is a lot of Terrorgeists. Yikes. There's a lot of Terrorgeists. That needs to be... Can I ambush? Okay, we're going to do a little ambush there. He may go for Ekrund. I don't think he will attack it in one turn. He'll probably lay siege, and if he does, we should be able to give him a good hard bop. So, let's get Smash 'em faster, because that will help. I'm tempted to buff these lads. The bonus versus large could be useful. The replenished troops will definitely be useful. You got Spirit Leech, which is fine. Soul Blight may not be the worst thing to have. Oh, you already got replenished troops. Oops. Oopsie. Never mind. Because only it doesn't stack. You can only use one at a time. Nobber. What a name. A Nobber. Nobber? Hardly knew her. Anyway. Yes. It's a huge response. Oh, did someone? I think someone got shanked, didn't they? Could get the Ardboyz, the Rusty Arrows. Neither of them have. Could get a Wyvern. Would I want a Wyvern? Well, I've got one now. We've got one now. Bonus versus infantry, bonus versus large. I'm going to go bonus versus large. No, wait, what did I get? A bonus versus infantry. That's the opposite one. No, and the reason I've done that is because I mostly want him to hunt down enemy artillery if there is any, and take it out. Not that vampires will have artillery, which is, you know, good. Oof. Yeah, you guys are just going to stay there. That's fine. Jezza. Little Jezza. Now, the dwarves are kind of massing here, which I do not like. Luckily, they don't have much stuff, but if they recruit enough Giant Slayers, that would be bad. That'd be bad news. Oh, we're doing so well in Cathay. Like, we've almost overrun it. Look how... That's right. The east is green.
No. Cease.
Okay, well, Gorfang, you better fucking hope you are, because you're about to have a bad time. We'll do something like that, and I'm going to give you. Mortal's armor is just bad. It's just bad. Bonus versus infantry? Yeah. Okay, well, I think it's fair to say that Gorfang here is probably not long for this world, which is sad. It's a sad state of affairs, but we're not gonna make it there. Oh, you're recruiting. You are recruiting, which is why we've got Og. Is Oglock heading in that direction? He is heading in that direction, isn't he? Well, we mop up the remnants here. We just need to go and take out. Now, the problem is they can recruit units from Snake Gate. Jade Lancers, Fire Rain Rockets, and Jade Warriors, which is frankly bad enough. But you did not. You failed me, Nurjug. You little shit. Sly. Sly won't fail me. Stab. I don't know who this... Oh, stab this lady. Yeah, see, you gave her a good finger, didn't you? That's right. You gave her the finger. And I guess you might come down here. I mean, I feel like Kemner's got enough armies in this area to wipe Gorfang out, regardless of what we do. But if he keeps them busy for a little while, they are about the same distance as we are away, which means the longer we keep them there, the less time, well, the longer it's going to take for them to get here. I can't believe Cathay is still sending fucking caravans out. And how are you not at war with literally everyone? You've got no diplomatic contact. No fucking diplomatic contact. Really? Seriously? No, really? How the fuck does the AI contact each other? Because there's definitely something a little bit fucking weird going on there. In fact, I'm just gonna fucking take that. Right.
Interference will cost you.
And I'm gonna... No, right. I'm just gonna take a picture of that. Because no diplomatic contact. Seriously. That's AI bullshit, that is. And it's fine as long as it kind of makes sense. But they put Cathay caravans on the map, which means that as the player, if you play Cathay, you will meet a lot of factions very quickly. But at no point, and obviously that means they're probably going to, pick a fight with you. Because that's how the AI works. But the fact that the enemy AI won't have that issue is just... And the fact it's so blatant as well, that's the annoying thing. I don't mind if they do it and it's sneaky and underhanded and, oh, well, they'll never find out. But they just flaunt it in your face. It's a bit like... It's kind of like... It's kind of like being able to see what Greasus is up to, right? Because I've told Greasus to attack Snake Gate. So what's he done? He has marched all the way through the mountains. He's now halfway across the Badlands to go and attack Varenka Hills. And it's one of those things where if I didn't know where he was going, I might think, well, maybe he's just, I don't know, taking a run up or something. I mean, he could use a run, but... Or at least a push. But it's obviously just a case of the AI's just got its little head. Is it defended? It doesn't have... I bet it's because it doesn't have any walls, isn't it? It's because it's the closest settlement. This one has, but it's basically a big wall. So the AI wants to be as far away from it as humanly possible. As AI-ingly possible. Never mind. Never mind. These things are sent to test us, aren't they? They... do I want more growth here? Yeah, I mean, I guess so. I mean, defences... I probably don't need defences here, considering there is no one that's ever going to actually attack me, ever. I think we've managed to get the corruption down. They don't... They've got enough buildings that it's not a problem, somehow. I think they get 4 from that. Where else do they get control from? 10 control from that, because it's the max level one, I guess? That would be my guess. Where is... They've managed to take Lamia, which is good, because it's taking the stress of Khalida off the Skaven who are currently fighting her. Because there's a bit of a duel going on here, and I think with losing their primary settlement, they are now going to be in... Basically, if they lose an army, I don't think they'll be able to recruit as many nasty units, he says.
Do not betray your king.
I don't know how accurate that is. Not very accurate.
Yes, it be proper.
Yeah, it would be, wouldn't it? It would be proper good. That's right. Okay, I'm not worried about any of this. This is fine. We're doing great. We just need to wipe out Cathay and then head westwards as quickly as possible.
Now then, speak quick, because you caught me in a...
Hey, buddy, join your war against those guys. You're nowhere near them, mate. If you want to get closer to them, knock yourself out. I'm not going to stop you. Oh, you finally decided to mobilize? Oh, well. Oh, well, in that case, is anyone actually mobilizing? Oh, you are. You're mobilizing.
It's me what I want.
Fuck me. Okay, you've managed to damage the gates. That's good. Massive Oracle is besieged. That is to be expected, to be honest.
Interference will cost dear.
That is to be expected. Okay, we hold Turtle Gate, so we just need to head over here to deal with that one. Okay. We can't march. Let's just lay siege this. They might have a garrison. They do. But they won't be able to recruit stuff. And frankly, if they want to try and take on Zork, good fucking luck. Good fucking luck. Oh, some lovely successes there. It will. If we attack... Can we attack the caravan? I'd really like to attack the caravan. That'll be me big monies. No, it tells me the cargo. Do I get the cargo? 18k. Yeah, that's not bad. Yeah, that's all right. Because the first time I attacked a caravan, it didn't look like we made much money from it. But now I'm second guessing myself. Maybe we did. Maybe we did make a lot of money. I just wasn't paying attention. Let's go mob boss because then we can get renowned and feared. Okay, what is left? Not very much. Right now, where's Grimgor? Oh, there's Grimgor. To be honest, Grimgor, there's not really much for you to do. So I think what we're going to do is bring you back as quickly as possible. It's still going to take you fucking ages to get home. I mean, we could potentially use the... That's the point, actually. Where does this go? It goes over there. I mean, I'll be honest, that's not really going to help us very much, is it? Is there any water portals over here that will transport us? It feels like the easiest thing is just to walk. To be honest, it's not ideal, but it ain't ideal. Okay, we can take that one. You can head back next turn, which is fine, and then we just need to take these two, which should be fairly easy. There we go. All right. All right. No, there was a poll last time, and the poll was, where should we send Wurzag? That army's wandered off. I wonder where it's gone. Alright, well, I'm not going to worry too much about that for the moment, because what we can do is get rid of you lot. And get you lot. Ah, no, wait. If we do something like that, and then we get that's going to take 3 turns. Only takes 2 turns there. Right. In that case, cancel. Right. I will take 4 of them. And 3 of them. So we've got a front line of 5. I'm tempted maybe to get rid of the river. We'll get rid of the river trolls, and we'll get another Savage Orc Biggun unit, just because I feel like it, and that is a pretty effective fighting force. Okay, so once they're ready to go, which is going to be in 2 turns, we can bring them up to assist, because the poll was, should we let them rampage in the surrounding area and protect Ekrund, or should we send them north to assist with the dwarves? And it was pretty close. It was the cursed ratio, 52 to 48, but it did narrowly say that we should go and kick the dwarves in the head. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to send Wurzag up here to finally try and break the back of the dwarven threat. I think they've actually dealt with the vampires. I wonder if do we need them? Do we need them, or? Good job. Okay, if we attack this and then attack you. Okay, so we continue the siege, but then we attack this guy. Now, he will either fight and die or run. He's running, which is fine. Okay, we're not quite in range. We may have to march to be in range, which is not really what I wanted to do, but that is fine. And then, okay, so these guys will be tired. And there is a beefy garrison here, but they do have some holes in their walls, which is obviously going to help us. They do have 3 units of artillery, but that's what the Wyvern's for, you see? Can't help but wonder if the dwarves are wondering why we didn't want to attack the section of the wall which had massive great holes in it. I mean, we are, but they just don't know it, because the rest of our forces are hiding over here. Although apparently, do the dwarves always have these, like, weird squig-seeking missiles? Because they do a lot of damage. Ow. We've got some hot chocolate now, and I've taken some painkillers, so hopefully. I've ran out of lemsip, though, and honey. The best way to have lemsip is where there's the minimum amount of actual lemsip in it and the maximum amount of honey and lemon juice. So it feels like basically you're drinking pure honey. That's the best way to have it. Unfortunately, the last packet of lemsip I opened was decidedly crunchy. So I decided maybe it had expired. I can't remember the last time we bought lemsip, so decided not to chance it. I don't know if you can die from old lemsip, but I'm gonna be honest. I decided not to tempt fate this time. Alright, the Squig Hoppers have managed to break through another section of the wall and are now rampaging through the enemy city. Particularly because they put most of their defenders in this quarter of the city. Because this city is kind of like split into 4 quarters. So most of their forces were over here. Which does mean that the Squig Hoppers are now free to just basically rampage and potentially go and grab the Victory Plaza up here, which we could potentially do. Meanwhile, Thorgrim is meandering around and Skarsnik spotted him. Now, I don't know if... I feel like Thorgrim is the better combatant, but I'm wondering if Skarsnik can take out... I mean, Skarsnik does... He doesn't quite have the stats, but I'm wondering if maybe he can win this duel. He does have the Skarsnik death juice, though. And the battle does seem to be going our way, so we could potentially win that particular little engagement. The Squig Hoppers swarming into the city centre. There are a few units trying to move in to stop them, but the Squig Hoppers sweep in, taking out one of those grudge throwers and a unit of missile troops. They're now moving units back to try and fend this off. However, reinforcements have arrived, and Rachnik and his troops are now pushing forwards. The Giants are apparently leaving. I don't know where they're going. The Wyvern has managed to take out the Iron Drake. So Iron Drakes with Troll Hammer torpedoes. There we go. More Squig Hoppers moving in, although the Dwarves have now sort of like blocked that entrance into the city. Thorgrim is going down. He is surrounded and unsupported. I just need to get Skarsnik over here to basically finish him off. Some light goblins moving up, and the Squig Hoppers are doing fairly well, but now they're losing the charge bonus. They're not being as effective. Having wiped out most of these units, we really need to get them up to the Victory Plaza to grab that, because if we grab that, then the Dwarves should shit themselves and try to reinforce it. I think the River Troll seems to be doing okay. The Feral Wyvern is still alive somehow. It's getting a lot of fire, but it seems to be doing okay, relatively. Okay, the Squig Hoppers have disengaged. The Night Goblins have turned up, and they're basically going to block. They're going to block the entrance to the Victory Plaza, so that the Squig Hoppers can grab it, and the Dwarves can't deal with that problem. Which means that basically we're now kind of on a timer. And we now get some Night Goblin fanatics. Some of them despawn, unfortunately. But some of them do what they do best and career through that big block of infantry. Oh, so much jam, so much damage. Which means the Night Goblins should now be able to hold this off. We are getting a little bit of fire there, but they should be fine. Gorgrim's retreating. With only 540 hit points remaining, he is now getting the hell out of there. Just need to break through these quarrelers and then reinforce our sneaky goblin ninjas. Rachnik, meanwhile, is moving in, and it looks like some quarrelers getting blatted by the poison winds, which is good. We need to reinforce the city centre, so we need to get Rachnik and his boys into the quarrelers here, up the hill, and over to reinforce. The fanatics keep despawning, and we're taking a lot of these satchel charges now. Not much we can do about that. These guys getting bombed to pieces. But they are holding back the dwarves. We now have the Victory Plaza. The victory tickets are ticking up. Oh, those Iron Breakers. Fuck those guys. They suck. Okay, we've managed to break through here. We need to get over here, reinforce the city centre. So where you can actually see, I mean, we're almost, I would say, a quarter of the way there. We're taking a little bit of missile fire, but not very much. It's sporadic at best. We're also now halfway to the city centre, and the goblins are still holding. Like, they're getting bombed to shit, but they are just holding the line here, keeping back the dwarves. And the Iron Breakers are apparently still have 2 ammunition. Don't know how that works, but okay. Fortunately, our goblins have arrived just as our other units get wiped out. They start off with 4 ammunition. The fuck? Okay, we need to hold these guys down now. Pin them down. This is in the bag. We've also grabbed the key building here, which is good. Now, it's not contributing because it's under threat. So as long as it's under threat, we can't... it won't count towards the victory tickets, but it is still ticking up. And Rachnik and his boys are on their way as well. Come on, lads. Any time now. No rush. It's not like, you know, it's coming down to the... Well, to be fair, it's not really coming down to the wire here. We've got this wrapped up, but... If we can get the victory tickets, that'll be good too. The Squig Hoppers tearing down the hill, coming to reinforce the infantry. We've still got 1 unit there to protect it just in case, but we'll bring the Squig Hoppers in to just nom on the bottoms of these Iron Breakers, which should be pretty effective. And finally, Rachnik arrives. Better late than never. Jesus. Took your fucking time, didn't you? Carstein did all the hard work here again. And finally the dwarf garrison retreats. Kazakarak has fallen. As has my voice. Oof. Bit of an epic, that one. Oh, I'm tempted to sack it, but I'm going to occupy it. And the reason I'm going to do that is it will give me, if I can actually select the bloody thing, a better chance of holding this area intact. So we lost... Did we lose anyone? Okay, we lost a Squig Hopper, which, to be honest, considering what we just had to deal with, is absolutely fine. I'm tempted. It's going to raid, but I don't really care all that much. We'll replace that squig hopper. These guys may come back to attack us because obviously they've just lost their last settlement, so they're going to be a little bit shitty about that. But they can't really do much. They'll just run into us and die. And then we hold the Silver Road, so that's good. So we hold the Silver Road there. The Dwarves are kind of massing in the mountains, and the vampires have been beaten back, which means we probably want to send Gerald up to just rough them up a little bit so they can't mass unless he fails. Where did we did bring Grom up here, didn't we? That's right. You are busy. You've been a busy boy. More armor or spiky weapons. You know what? If we give you scrap armor, you'll actually have quite a lot of armor. And spiky weapons is +5, which isn't really going to do all that much. So, you know what? 82 armored goblins. Power armored goblins. Holy shits. Did I not make space for you? I did not. Let's get rid of the pump wagon. Okay, there we go. That's, you know, elite armored goblins. 50 melee attack. 50 fucking melee attack on goblins. Those are some fucking ninja goblins right there. Jesus. What do you do against ninja goblins? That's the question.
You want schemes? I got schemes.
Not very much. Run, I think, if you can. They've only got little legs on them. But if they catch you... Ooh. Okay, we should be fine here. There's not many vampires hanging around at the moment. It feels like Vlad's actually been beaten back a little bit. I'm still worried about Kemmler. Kemmler has a shit ton of armies. Like, we're under siege here. Could we maybe go on the attack? It says valiant defeat. But I feel like if we just sit here, we'll just keep... We'll just take damage, you know? It's not really going to help unless we just sit here and... I don't think the AI attacks. I think they just siege you down. And the annoying thing is, because they've got so many fucking armies, what the hell are you guys doing? Why? What have you got against Throt? Seriously, guys. What the fuck have you got against Throt? Oh, you're actually... No, that's not... Oh, why have you got the Wither... What the fuck? Why have you got that? What? Tretch? What are you doing up here? Oh, you confederated them, didn't you? Yes. Oh, okay. Okay, that's why. Right. Okay, that does... That does kind of make sense. I suspect they may actually sally out, and if they do, we'll kill them. Easy. Just give those garrisons a little bop. That's going down. Oh, this is. I mean, Cathay's gone. It's just fucking out there. Ambush it. I mean, ambushes will always be effective, but they're not as effective against undead because the undead never have any missile units. 10 extra melee attack against infantry or 25% weapon strength. What do you think I'm going to fucking take? Oh, I think I'll have the melee attack. Really? No, of course fucking not. What the fuck are you? What's wrong with you? What is wrong with you? I didn't actually mean to investigate the ruins. I meant to stab the guy, but never mind. You know, what's done is done. There's no point crying over spilt. Well, not spilt bloods. Oh, I'm going to be so glad when you guys are all dead. I'm going to be so glad when there's no more fucking dwarf agents hanging around.
Lots of plans.
Oh, I could... Okay, we'll recruit you just to fill up the army. And once Kazakarak is healed up, garrison's all good to go. I think actually the corruption reduction may actually be a good shout. because obviously vampires. There's a lot of vampires around, isn't there? Hey, a lot of the fuckers. There's also wood elves, which are you guys?
Is this a joke?
How the fuck are you not at war with the fucking wood elves? You psychotic bastards.
If I had my way, the wild hunt would trample you into the earth.
Would you join war against those guys? No. Oh, they vassalized Templehof. Oh, they are all with Kemmler though. Okay, well that is less. As long as they're at war with some vampires. With any luck, once they've dealt with me, they'll go and smash into... Although, to be fair, I would take one look at Athelred and just go, oh, no, I'm okay, thanks. I'm okay. Don't worry about it. Okay, you're not doing anything. More money. Yes, don't need that one there. Upgrade you. We've got that one. I guess... Nope, we got that one as well. I don't know. Squigs? Sure, why not? Let's get Squigs. And basically anywhere we can get more money or the raiding stashes. I genuinely don't know how much additional income we get from raiding now, but I think it is quite a lot. Because we have that building spread across basically everything, and it's 3% post-battle loot. So I've definitely got must be 20 of the fucking things, right? Because I think I've got them in each settlement, almost every settlement. So I'll be making quite a lot of money. And at some point, I need to go through every settlement in Cathay and just upgrade everything. Kind of like what I'm doing here. What's this do? Upkeep reduction for greenskin spear infantry, which is goblins. Bow infantry. Okay, and chariot units. It's not really that useful, to be honest. This is more useful. And that one, we do get a little bit of money. I like building infrastructure. I just think it's neat. What's that? Salt works. Oh, you're going to need salt works. Oh, Cathay, if only you just left me alone. If you just left me alone, I would have wandered off. I would have got bored. But no, you had to start something, didn't you? You had to start a fight. Well, you know what? That is actually okay. So we will build that one. Oh, we've got two of them. Oh, well, fancy that. You could have just left me alone, but nope. You had to keep sending stacks at me. And then look, as soon as I turned my beady little eyes on you, what happened? You folded. You collapsed instantly. Let's be honest. There was very little resistance coming from Cathay. Once we've broken through the front lines, it was just a walk in the park. Do we actually... We do not have a garrison here. How the fuck is Black Crag still operational? Oh, God. So many buildings. Right. Yes. Yes. Oh, commandments. Yes. Construct an outpost. I don't think, because of the way the Warriors of Chaos recruit their shit, you can actually get much stuff from them, so... Because they kind of have that weird... what's it, like, summoning recruitment type thingy? Which I actually think is a much more interesting way of doing recruitment. It's something they did in Total War Britannia. Thrones of Britannia. And it's a much more interesting mechanic because it makes your armies more varied. You can't just recruit a stack of giants, for example. You can't do that. The giants have a chance to appear in that region. And so if you want to recruit them, you have to go around and recruit them from the regions. Which is actually a really good way of doing it. Particularly because... I guess the problem is it makes it harder for the AI to do it. Assuming that they let the AI use the same mechanic. Which, let's be honest, they probably don't. Refuse. You're mobilising against Snakegate, are you? Yeah, you told me this last time, and it's great to hear. We'll hop over here to help you, don't worry. Those guys are dead. Where are you? That's fine. As long as you're all the way over there, I don't actually care. Not actually a problem for me. Okay, this is looking good. I'm tempted to actually split my forces a little bit. Can you just... Sailing might be easiest for you. Okay. Elbog, do you just want to... Nope, didn't manage to assault it. Never mind. You did a little bit of damage. You did a little bit of damage, and that's the important thing. It's the thought that counts. Okay, let's go and help with this, because then we can finish off. Yeah, good luck with that. Good fucking luck with that one, mate. Okay, now, I mean, Cathay's basically gone. I think they've got one settlement left after this. Well, you started it. Or did I start it? I can't remember. As the important thing is I'm finishing it. Okay, so while I can come down here and take out this, and then, yeah, it's just Snakegate. Snakegate and Zijou are the only things remaining. We have completely exterminated fucking Cathay. Right, we can't wound you. What about you? Can we wound you? 45% chance? Yes. Lovely. Love it. Okay. We're going to sit here in ambush, see if we can lure in some of these guys. Wurzag is still busy for one turn, but once that one turn is up, he is a scary boy. I would not want to face this army. It looks fucking mean. Not to mention, they've got anti-large anyway. They do have anti-large anyway. And they've also got an additional bonus 18. So if they're fighting a large unit, that large unit is going to die horribly. Khalid is heading for Black Crag, which probably means that there's no point doing that or that. Because I don't think they're probably... I mean, we could potentially go and save it. We'll probably lose it. It's not necessarily the end of the world. Warg. Got Renowned and Feared, you got Mob Boss, you got Lightning Strike. I guess I could be Mentor. Kind of running out of things. Oh, hello. Zhao Ming, what the fuck are you doing?
I am a dragon, not a slave.
Okay, we're just sailing off into a corner, are you, to like slowly die? Because you've only got one. You've only got what? No, that's not even yours. Do you actually have a settlement left? Because this is Northern Provinces. This is Northern Provinces. Are you?
None.
It's just him. He's got nowhere to call home. He's just sitting out at sea, slowly dying of attrition. Wow, that is grim. Oh well, that's his problem, not mine. I will have to make sure that we have a garrison here, because otherwise he might just swoop back in and grab a settlement, which would really piss me off. It's probably fine. It's probably fine. You know, I'm just going to tick you.
Send me to battle.
I'm going to tick you. Everyone gets a tick. You get a tick, and you get a tick. You already got a tick. Gerald! Gerald, can you hold back? Gerald, yeah. You're not doing your work, Gerald. Gerald, what the fuck, Gerald? Gerald! Okay, what we got here? Bonus versus infantry or physical resistance. I mean, you've already got bonus versus infantry, haven't you? What have you got? 20. That's quite beefy. That is quite beefy. I mean, I want 10. 15% physical resistance, though, is very nice. Okay, let's go for the physical resistance. And I'm going to give you reload time reduction. And this, I think, do we want to go and try and deal with Throp, because he is obviously being a bit of a problem up here, or do we just want to defend this front? Oh no, no. Okay, it's not dry kill. What the fuck? Go away. What are you doing? Why are you back? You're not fucking Slim Shady. Piss off. Exactly, that's what I thought. Jerks. Okay, well, it does, I think, oh, you're at war with, did I ask you to be, oh, you're at war with everyone. Did I ask you to do that, or is that just a you thing? Did I get you to do that? Did you just declare war on them? Of your own? I mean, that's great, don't get me wrong, I'm all out, I'm very appreciative. At least that's going to cause them some issues, isn't it? Holy shit, is that going to cause them some issues? Okay, the garrison is apparently dying. I think at this point everyone's going to get a fucking tick. So there we go. Right, the march back west is going to take a little while. I'm surprised, actually, that I guess we have recruited a couple more armies, haven't we? So I guess that would... Because obviously we've kind of captured the whole of Cathay. That is going to give us a chunk of more cash, which we do have. My only concern is that we're no longer making the oodles of money that we were. No. And while we march back westwards, we're going to have to do something to increase our income. Otherwise, we will start hemorrhaging money. Obviously, once our armies are back in the west, we should be fine. Hello? Oh, you're actually attacking. Oh, well. Alright then. Okay, we might be able to do this. Maybe. It's not going to be easy. But we do have the advantage of the towers. And they are fully upgraded. Which means, as you can see, they are, well, mostly missing. But when they do hit, they do a lot of damage. Plus, the enemy's attacking in 2 sections, which isn't really that useful for us. But it does split their forces, which means that our towers are going to be slightly more effective. The goblins are going to protect against this flank, mostly because there's less monsters here. Meanwhile, on this side, there's a lot of enemy cavalry, a lot of monsters, that kind of thing. So I've left the orcs to defend this flank. And they are at the gate, so we need to make sure that we hold that. So we're moving some big uns and the black orcs over to try and defend the walls. And also to protect against flying monsters. We've got the artillery. Now, I thought maybe artillery would do quite well here. Because that way they can, like, you know, lay suppressing fire down on the walls and stuff. In hindsight, maybe that was the wrong decision. I should have been more worried about the gates, so I probably should have had them down here so they could fire... Well, maybe here, so they could fire like into the gate. This building is kind of in the wrong position though for that. Kind of protects it a little bit. But ideally, I'd want them maybe like here. So like when they, because this is like a little, you can't really advance in this direction, so you have to come this way. So if we're here, we could like fire into that and, you know, probably do a lot of damage. Reinforcements are arriving, but they're going to take quite a while to reach our position. And meanwhile, a lot of their forces are actually just sitting back, allowing us to really just blat them. which works for me. Meanwhile, over here, we have units attempting to break through the gate. The reinforcements here are a little bit closer, but it's mostly infantry, so actually this works out for our fanatics-toting goblins. One slight problem, though, is the Terrorgeist here, which we don't really have an answer for. So we're just kind of shooting him with the one unit of missile troops that we have, and fingers crossed. There. More enemy reinforcements entering the battlefields. Got a vampire on a... Is it a nightmare, those things? Just flapping around. Doesn't really know what he's doing, to be honest. He might be lost, or maybe he just doesn't know how to fly. I don't know. We do have some zombies climbing up onto the wall. I think the Ardboyz should be fairly competent enough to deal with that. And some Grave Guards over here, who seem to be doing okay. The Grave Guard will be drained when they reach the top of the wall, which means that our boys should be more than capable of picking them off. That gate will go down very soon, and when it does, the vast majority of the enemy army, or at least what's left of it, will advance. All this stuff as well will probably charge straight towards the gate. The AI does fucking love a gate. An open gate. Oh. Okay, we've got some units spilling into our infantry now. I kind of like surround them on two sides, and I thought, well, is that actually going to work very well? Well, we killed a lot of zombies, but not many of the Grave Guard. The zombies, to be honest, were the lesser threat. I probably should have waited. I was a little bit... Look, it's premature fanatics. It happens to everyone sometimes. You just have to... you know, you have to talk about these things. That's my... You know, don't keep it bottled up. Chat. And what we can do here is once enough of these infantry units blob up, we can actually pull our boys back, and then we have another line of fanatics to go, which is good. That Terrorgeist is just ripping our orcs to pieces, and there's very little we can do about it. It's just regenerating quickly as well. Okay, more fanatics. Ah, that's the stuff. Look at that. Yes. Oh, that was good. That was very good. That was satisfying. Okay, so we're doing a lot of damage. They are throwing... Okay, they're up to 4,000. 4,000 enemies. And they've broken through the gates. Which isn't necessarily a big problem for us, because it does mean that they are now trying to force their way through here. And I say, if we have the artillery, or particularly like wizards or something, that would be, you know, pretty useful. Maybe I should get a wizard for this army, assuming it survives. Meanwhile, the towers are continuing to do excellent work, picking off these units as they advance towards us. There are more cavalry. All of these Blood Knights, of course, will head straight for the gate because they can't get over the walls. Which does mean they'll just end up in a big old melee where they can't use their charge bonus. So far, so good. Here comes some Terrorgeists, though. More enemy reinforcements are arriving. And we're pulling our boys back. Now, something bad happened here that I've missed. But you can see these little bits of terrain here. Now, they don't actually stop infantry. They just kind of like flow through them. But they do stop fanatics. So I sent a bunch of fanatics spinning this way, and they just hit this scenery and despawned. Bugger. Never mind. Is hoping I remember to edit out all of my coughs. So we've managed to take out one. For some reason, Necromancer Lord just decided to charge the goblins, and the goblins just chewed them up. Got another Necromancer Lord heading this way. Our Goblin War boss is a little bit surrounded here, and we're preparing to use more fanatics. I'm a little bit concerned about the scenery, and there is a little bit here. I should have pulled back even further. To be honest, it's kind of bullshit that it can do that, but never mind. Yeah, a lot of the fanatics despawning. I should have waited. I should have pulled back. Fanatics is one of those things that... I don't mind when they spin back in and kill you, right? That's fine. It's when they just despawn that pisses me off. The despawning pisses me off. Okay, there's a lot of units trying to force their way through, and we're kind of losing ground here a little bit. However, the units on the wall have managed to pick off most of those units. We can just finish off those terror guys. We should be okay. A couple units of Grave Guard heading for the wall over here, so we just have to be mindful of that. But if we can knock out these terror guys without being thrown off the wall all the time, then we can bring more reinforcements down here to help with this. Plus, we are bringing our artillery around to try and help with that, and some slotting pump wagons as well. Okay, this has now devolved into a bit of a melee. We've used all of our fanatics, so we just have to kill them the old-fashioned way. The Terrorgeist is slowly going down. He's sad, which is good. Just needs to pick off these last few units. There's not much left, to be honest. The fanatics are now swooped in. If we can knock out this Necromancer Lord, that would be great. He's summoning in some more skeletons, but they will be surrounded. Our war boss, though, coming back to the fight, so that should help out. They're now up to 4,400, so they outnumber us, and there are more reinforcements filtering onto the battlefield. The Vampire Lord has finally decided that he wanted to attack these big guns up here for some reason. I'm not entirely sure why, to be honest. It seems like a really bad idea for him. He can't take this objective either because he's flying, so I don't know. And apparently he's just getting stuck in there. This is a real grind, and it feels like one that we are slowly winning, although it looks like we've been pushed back, and we have. They've lost a lot of like Blood Knights to this push, so a lot of their really good units are dead, and it's just a case of like holding that and also just finishing. I think we've killed one of the Terrorgeist. Yeah, one Terrorgeist down. Another Terrorgeist is getting picked off, and once that is dead, we can bring down all these Black Orcs to back up this engagement. And once that is done, we've managed to hold this flank, basically. There are no more reinforcements coming in on this side of the battlefield. There are some Mournguls, but apart from that, that's it. There's no more units flooding onto the battlefield. Meanwhile, over here we do have a few more units coming onto the battlefield, but not very many, and it's mostly well, we do have a Mortis engine. I mean, that's not great. And our goblins are looking a little bit beaten up, which is again not the best. But we're holding the line. We're holding the line, and we currently have more on the battlefield than they do, despite the fact they threw 5,000 guys at us. This was an 8,000 guy battle. Okay, I think we looks like we have the upper hand here. Some Graveguard coming in to charge us in the rear. But that Terrorgeist is going. He's not dying of sadness nearly quickly enough. Oh, there we go, finally. He's gone. Okay, now we can bring all these lads down off the wall to back up this engagement, which is just as well, because we are kind of running out of guys here. But artillery is doing quite well at picking that off. Here they come. They're coming down off the wall. Now, that's fine because there's actually no more units to shoot at. There are the Mournguls here, but we can't see them. So fresh, I say fresh, reinforcements arriving to help finish off this last little pool of enemies here. And then really it's just... They have thrown everything they had at us, but we so far have managed to hold them back, hold them off. A few more Graveguard here. If only we had Fanatics left, and we don't. That Mortis engine is going to be doing a lot of damage, because obviously we're just goblins. And it's going to be slowly draining the health of everyone nearby, which is not really ideal. Plus, it'll be healing up the enemies as well, so we don't really have anything. The goblins are just there to do as much damage as possible and try and hold them off for as long as possible. Fortunately, I did bring the big uns down here to protect the artillery because we do have some fell bats flapping in our face, but they should be fine. Our giant is quite low on health and is trying to batter the Vargulfs to death. We do have the upper hand here, though. The Mongols finally arriving. There's a lot of dead blood knights littering the ground here. Those Mongols they're quite nasty, but they're not great frontline fighters. They do need to be a flanking force. Oh no, giant, don't die. That's it, beat up the Vargulf. We are so close. Although it looks against us. Now, probably didn't need to shoot my own giants. Giant, run! Giant, run! No, wrong way! No! Giant, no! No! Other way, other way, other way. Turn around. Turn around. Other way. Right, you know backwards. You know what backwards is? Go backwards. Stop trying to stamp on the... Oh, Jesus. Alright, well... Oh, a lovely hit there. Managed to twat that Vargulf right in the face and take him out, which is great. Giant is wandering off. Looks like he might actually get away with it. Potentially. Looks like... Oh, look, the balance of power. The balance of power. And that Vargulf is very surrounded right now. The Mongols are crumbling. The Vargulf's going down. The giant seems to have got away. He's rallied, but that's okay. Because that Vargulf is... If we can just finish off the Vargulf, I think we've got this. The goblins have fled. They've broken. Yeah, that's not a massive surprise. But that's okay. That's fine. Vargulf gets battered away. He's down to 600 hit points. The giant's coming back in. Oh no. No. No, no, no. No, 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 no. No, 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 no. No, that's it. One more. Come on. No, no, no. Oh, you motherfucker. Oh, you son of a bitch. You son of a bitch. Do you know how long it takes to recruit a fucking... Oh, you bastards. Okay, the goblins have fled, but they have rallied. They're not really going to be able to finish off this little force over here, though. But we do have the remnants of our orc force over here. To be honest, the goblins didn't do great because the fanatics didn't do what I needed them to do. I picked the wrong place for them, to be honest. It might have been better, like here. Problem is that, you know, fanatics in settlement battles are always a little bit iffy, aren't they? Like, they can work fine, or they can just fail. And you have no idea what's going to happen. So, the numbers are pretty similar, but you do have to remember that the enemy did throw, like, 5,000 guys at us. And we only had 3,000. But now we're moving up to defend the city centre. They've managed to grab the key building here, which does reduce our melee defence. The Orc Biggins defending the city centre. And some, what's this, Black Knights. Oh, and another fucking Vargulf. I swear, these things aren't, like, they're just very tanky. Okay, lads, just get up here. Get up here. Kill everyone. It'll be easy. The Black Knights seem to be going down. The Vargulf also should be fine. Okay, a bit of an engagement going on over here. This is gonna get this is close. This is close, but I reckon if we can take out this Mortis engine, if we can take out the Mortis engine of Vargolf, I think that is probably what is like that's the linchpin of this force at the moment. If we take those out, I don't think they'll have much left. I think the army might start to crumble, and we have towers up as well who are battering the enemy army. Oh, there's a few units retreating there. That's not great. Oh, this is going to be close. Not that it oh. Critical binding. The Mortis engine is starting to crumble. As is the rest of the enemy army. I think we may have actually pulled it out of the bag somehow. Somehow. That was close. Holy shit. Only went and held the fucking line. The only problem being that a lot of these guys didn't die. So, while they may get beaten off, I think they'll probably just re-siege and, yeah. Okay, so a spirited effort there. I felt like maybe Gorfang was going to be, you know, the defender in the West. He was going to become, his name would go down in the annals, but oh no, he's fine. All right, well, okay. Oh, he's got Wood Elves coming as well. He's got Wood Elves. That's unfortunate. That is unfortunate. I thought he had it, but you know he doesn't. If he can get some Poison Wing Globadiers, then I mean, there's a chance, right? There is a chance, potentially. He did see him off. I don't. Did they run? Did they die? What happens? What the fuck happens?
Oh, I'm gonna enjoy this.
You got 3 levels for doing that, and I think you earned every single one of them. To be honest. We don't really need Route Marcher, because you're not going anywhere. You lost your giant, didn't you? Which was a shame. Look.
You defilers of all that is good and true. What could you possibly want of the king in the woods?
Could you just fuck off? Could you just fuck off? What about if I declare war against those guys? Not even close. Okay, well... Gorfang...
I'm the best.
Well...
I'm the boss.
I mean, yeah, and I love the balls on you, mate. The balls, they're huge. They're huge green swinging balls, and I love them. But can't help but feel that we might be a little bit outmatched here.
Who can I stand?
Okay, get the boys, because then you could Black Orcs are a bit more killy, which might come in. I'm going to get rid of those.
War boss, innit?
And what about allied recruitment? What could we get? What do we get? Right, you guys have absolutely fucking nothing. You guys, what do... Oh, yeah, we could get, like, mammoths or something? Some skin wolves? I think maybe some, like... I mean, the Marauder Champions are great weapons. They're not quite Black Orcs, but they're almost there. But we have Black Orcs. I might actually just get some axes. Let's get rid of this. I need axes to bring down large monsters. I think that's what we need. I think the Marauder Hunters are better, because it's slightly less damage, but this is armor piercing. I think the armor piercing is going to clinch it, unless there's like a lot of bonus. Bonus like 15. Who has more ammunition? We've got the same ammunition. Oh, I'm kind of tempted to get them. But they are a slightly higher rank. But then you know what? I mean, let's face it. When it comes down to it, who kills? Let's just get some rattling guns. Let's get some rattling guns. I mean, if anyone can mow down hordes of undead, right? If you want to kill the undead, you need a fucking minigun, don't you? Where are you going? Zhao Ming, where are... Oh, that's a shame. He sunk. Okay, well, he's dead. Good. Good. Good-o. Right. We can... I don't really need much. Okay, you just come down here. This is their second to last settlement. This is all they've got left. You will indeed. Do a little bit of raiding. 801. I mean, that's not great. Does it say how much of a bonus? I don't think the buildings show the bonus we get. It could be wrong. No, I want income from post-battle loot plus 7%. Yeah, it's definitely not counting the bonuses we get from buildings, which is a bit of a shame. Okay, it's going to take us a long time to march back across the mountains. Jeez, that's going to take so long. It's going to take such a long time. I don't think there's any way I can speed it up. I think it's just a case of getting our boys heading that direction. Well, vampires need stabbing. Oh, you're going to go on land, are you? Okay, well, you just do you, mate.
Great and powerful warlord. This way.
Right. So, all of our armies, apart from Warg, who is currently going to go and take out Jiju, and Oglok, who is helping these guys siege 96 turns. You're going to be there a while, mate. Do you want to maybe attack? I'm here for you. I can back you up. We've got this, mate. I'm not going to be waiting 96 turns. Fuck me. All right. Okay, the poll for next time. So, Black Crag, I think, is going to come under attack. Do we want to send reinforcements to Black Crag to try and relieve it? Or do we want to... Because there's a lot of... I think what I'd need to do... I think I'd need to abandon Kazakarak. Or rather, we'd need to move the armies defending it south to help out defending Black Crag, which is going to be dicey. Because we've only just taken Black Crag, and we could potentially lose it. More armor and speed. What's your speed? 77, which is pretty good. Longer weapons, bonus first large. I mean, you've already got bonus first large. Let's do more bonus first large. Yeah, so do we want to save Black Crag, or do we just want to leave it for the moment? That's going to be the poll for next time. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you in the next episode.